Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video here on the crypto markets. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. I wanted to cover all the big altcoins for a moment. Also, because there's no real altcoin outside of that I want to urgently talk about. There's definitely been some action today, and you can see the volume is also quite high. The US market opened an hour ago, so there is activity. But I think all of the bigger altcoins, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, all of them are interesting. So we'll focus on that as well. But first of all, opening so far, this morning was quite leveraged again for Bitcoin. So we'll start off with the fundamentals and Bitcoin. We had some minor economic data today with new home sales. Usually that doesn't make the market move, and in this case, the data is good. So that's good to see. In general, the economic data for the US has been quite good. So I think that's also one of the key reasons why we still have a very bullish stock market, because the stock market opened bullish again. All right, you can see right here that we had a little bit of a gap since yesterday. We filled that instantly and still looks great right now. Look, at some point of time, and I've told you this before, at some point of time we have to fill this gap. I rarely see gaps with the stock market that do not get filled, but for now, like I said, with the economic data coming out, with some sort of a minor break above a key level here, it looks like the short-term direction for the stock market is still most likely to be up, and that in combination with the Coinbase Bitcoin price, which is also still at a premium. Makes me expect a bullish Bitcoin, even though it's been struggling a little bit here, as you can see. But I do think it's most likely. Why is this in letters now? I don't want this in letters. But can I not? No, I cannot. But no, I mean, we still have to look. For me, the most important level that we're heading towards right now is this level right here. All right, you have the you have it's basically around 88,500. It's a strong, it's like we spent a lot of volume there. You have the POC there of the TPO. So what I expect with the strength that we're seeing right here is that we will test that level. And by the way, I mean, if I take this out, this is the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute time frame also structure-wise looks good enough to get into that level. And then my prediction for the continuation for today depends a lot on how we react to that level. All right, I need to see. Look, initially we will definitely find resistance, but I need to see some sort of a swift continuation of the structure we have right now, right? So there's a minor key level here at 87,800. What I want to see is that we get up to that level. That's what I expect. And that we then find some resistance, but then afterwards break above that. Then I think we can get into that level right here between 90 and 92,000 and reject from there. But if we're unable to do that, and for this, the low time frame structure is key. Like if we get up to that level right here at 88,500 and we are not able to hold up some sort of a low time frame bullish structure, and the stock market falls down, because the stock market, I mean, that is something you have to keep your eyes on for certain. This is one of the main reasons why Bitcoin has been strong. So if this all of a sudden looks like it's going to fill that gap, which is not the case right now, but if it starts to look like that, then Bitcoin is going to fall down as well. But also, look, I think a bullish continuation is most likely, so that we will be able to do something like this, but it is still worth it to actually keep an eye on the 1 hour time frame at least, to at least be able to monitor whether we actually keep some sort of a bullish structure or whether there's some sort of a breakdown. But like I said, for now this seems most likely, given the strong stock markets, given also the leverage we've lost some leverage right here, which I think is good. The volume is decently high. It's around $32 billion, and the Coinbase Bitcoin price is at a premium. So that's why I'd say this is most likely, even though it's still a little bit unstable, I'd say. But all right, so talking about the bigger altcoins, first of all, to start off with XRP, nothing has changed. We're getting a little bit more bullish momentum here, but that's, that doesn't really matter. Like I said this morning, we're waiting for a breakout of either 2.5 or below below this level right here at 2.4. Until that happens, we'll just remain flat. And XRP in general, if you take a look at the volume as well in the last 24 hours, it's really flattening out, which is not the worst. But it's definitely not something interesting to trade or to spend too much time about right now. What I do think is interesting though is Solana. All right, over the course of today, we've actually seen quite a lot of strength from Solana and its ecosystem. talk about meme coins as well, such as Popcat, Mew, but Jupiter was also trying to get some mean reversion and some more bullish momentum. I think it's all great for Solana, but I don't think this is anything we can act upon. Maybe if we get some sort of a sustained break above the monthly open right here at 148, 150, we can try to long short term into 170, 168. But for now, we're still at a major resistance level. Well, I see no fundamental reason to be very bullish on Solana, and there's a lot of leverage. All right. So even though I definitely do think you need to keep this on your watch list, and if we see some more confirmation, maybe it's a good long. But for now, I'd say it's most likely that this is not interesting enough to buy. And also more likely to retrace at some point of time soon. And lastly, Ethereum, wanted to keep an eye on that, mostly on ETH BTC. What you can see is that ETH BTC has started to form some sort of a bottom right here. I think this is something you need to keep your eyes on. All right, Ethereum has been showing some strength in the last 7 days, and you don't want to miss that. All right, if Ethereum is actually able, or if ETH BTC is able to break above this resistance level right here at 0.024, Ethereum can massively outperform Bitcoin and rally up to like 2250 very quick, right? So that's definitely something you need to keep your eyes on as well. In terms of other altcoins, look, there are some interesting altcoins. Something like BitTensor is trying to break out right here. Ondo arguably already has broken out, or at least trying its best to make this a real breakout. And then there's some other coins that are interesting as well, but those are I don't want to spend up too much time talking about all of those. And at this point of time specifically, there's also not necessarily something that's looking very strong with volume. So that's it. That's what I wanted to say this afternoon. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all in my next videos. Bye.